Hi, everyone. Welcome to this historic launch call with LifeVantage being in pre-launch Iceland. How amazing does that sound and look? Pretty incredible. And we have some of the founding consultants on this group, as well as the corporate team that has been heading up this amazing pre-launch project. Opening Iceland September 2025. So it feels like it's been a long time coming, but at the same time, it's happened fairly quickly. And so I'm going to go ahead and just introduce myself to you. My name's Courtney Watkins. I'm an EC3 consultant, recent Jeep achiever, which is one of my favorite parts about this industry is the rewards that come along with it. So if you are thinking, what is LifeVantage? Why haven't I heard of that? You're pretty similar to me. I live about 10 to 15 minutes from this home office building, and I've driven past it several times and had never heard of LifeVantage. But you know how the things that are meant for you at the right time find you at that time? Like many of you on this call, it came to me at a time to pivot as a former top achiever in another network marketing company that I thought was going to be my forever home. Life had other plans. And I think what really won me over with LifeVantage, one the most, was the science-backed products. Being a breast cancer warrior and survivor, I have such a passion for health and wellness and just feeling good. I love this industry and what it can bring, like this amazing community, friendships, personal development. If you're a manifester like me, it gives you a space to have your vision board and all of those things come true and be possible. But our activated liquid collagen that we're going to show you in a minute was like the sure sign that I had found my home. As you can see, my hair here was pretty sad. The top picture was actually when I found LifeVantage. It was short, it was breaking off, it was falling out. And I know many of you that were invited on this call kind of thought that your collagen was the best. Well, I had tried a lot of collagens as well, and we're excited to show you the differentiator in not only our collagen, but our science-backed product in the hashtag that we like to use, take it to make it. So giving your body what it needs so that your body can make it on its own. But not only that, LifeVantage has done something truly incredible in the network marketing space in that they saw where it was going before a lot of other companies, like the previous company that I was in that no longer does network marketing. They saw it ahead of that curve and they're true visionaries and they're bold in this network marketing space, being willing to do something that other people aren't necessarily doing and seeing it beforehand. And with that, our CEO, Steve Fife, and our CSO, Kristen Cunningham, put together an amazing evolve compensation plan that really has been the foundation of this evolvement and of this massive growth and now being able to like really be able to open a new market, which we're already an international company. So we'll be introducing the GM of Canada and Europe, who's helped head up this project, amazing Alexis Gebhard. Love you, girl. And the Europe sales director, Julie Sullivan, who might be a really familiar face for you. We've kind of like put together the dream team here. So we're going to start off with Steve Fife, really showing you the vision of standing out in network marketing, standing out in the wellness space, and now opening a new market.
Thank you, Courtney. And it looks like there's some chat going on about your slides maybe aren't showing the way you wanted them to. But
Okay.
um, it is so great to get to know all of you or meet all of you. Steve Fife, I'm the president and CEO of LifeVantage. I've been with the company for about 8 years. Started as the chief financial officer. And about 4 years ago, the board asked if I'd step in as the CEO. And one of the things that maybe is unique about me, that there's probably a lot, and I'm afraid that with Kristen going after me, she might point out some of the uniqueness that I have that I might not want to share about myself. But anyway, is that I don't come from this industry, this space at all. I'm originally from California in the Bay Area, so most of my experience, virtually all of my experience, has been with tech companies. And so when I joined LifeVantage, I saw an opportunity from a business standpoint, again, being a finance guy. And a lot of that opportunity was was where the company was positioned from a product strategy standpoint, but also geographically. And we and I several years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, we went through a fairly exhaustive expansion into Europe. So we're in 20 countries globally and several countries in Europe. And the last few years, we've really invested much more internally into the company. Courtney shared a little bit about this journey and trying to, stay ahead, be ahead of the industry trends. The first thing we really did was to kind of redefine our product strategy. You're going to hear a little bit about activation and take it to make it, and how we build that philosophy into all of our products. And really, we did from day one. Our flagship product is a product called Protandem NRF2, and it activates our body's natural production of antioxidants. And we've patterned all of our subsequent products up after that same concept around activation. But it's in this industry, you have to have solid products, and I can with confidence stack our products up against any other company's products, not only in the industry, but any product in the health and wellness space. But the thing that I've grown to love about this industry is, again, not just our products, but the business opportunity that is available to people around the world. And by the changes that we've made over the last few years, and you benefit from not having to worry about what life was like 3 years ago. All you get to see is LifeVantage today and our amazing Evolve compensation plan, and how we can meet people where they are, and if they're interested in products and selling products on social platforms or however, uh, there's a home for those individuals and a way to make a very meaningful income based on the level of work that you put into it. For those that are more interested in building a team and a business that maybe are more, kind of broader based, entrepreneurial based, there's a way to earn a very good income through our compensation plan. And so it's one of, I think, our greatest accomplishments over the last few years is putting together a combination of amazing products with a very relevant and current compensation plan. And when you wrap that around a community of LifeVantage, it's where it's why I and others are so optimistic about the future of LifeVantage. And I was at, what why Iceland? And in fact, just later on this morning, I'm going to be on a podcast, and one of the questions that I'm going to be asked is around, well, why Iceland? And I'll share with you, I think it exemplifies one of the strengths of LifeVantage, and that's the partnership that we have as a corporate team with our field leadership. And we when partners come together with common goals, it's where the magic happens. And in this case, we were able to attract a leader to LifeVantage, and who has, obviously a presence in Iceland. And as we investigated Iceland as a market, the challenges or what it would take to launch in there. But the passion of what we have, what the leaders have that we met, it kind of became a no-brainer for us to expand into Iceland. And one of the things you'll learn about LifeVantage is we always do it the right way. We go through the front door. Sometimes it's frustrating because it takes a little bit longer, but you should have confidence and trust that when we do it, we've done it right. And that's what's so exciting now about being here and being with you is that, we're just at that early stage of kicking things off. And we'll be officially launched here in September, and the opportunity for you to start, thinking about your teams and building out and having this opportunity in advance of that official launch is an exciting time. And we're going to continue to look at other countries. Most of our internal investments are kind of complete now. And so we're putting back on our international expansion hat. And so this is just, another step in our more global expansion as well. So anyway, I hope that gives you a little context about maybe who I am and the way we approach things. But I can't tell you how excited I am to be partners with you as you bring LifeVantage into Iceland. So thank you.
Love it. Thank you so much, Steve. We're so excited about this new market. We just spent last week in Japan together, and now we get to go to Iceland. So excited about that. Kristen Cunningham, talking about evolve and evolving in the industry as the CSO of this company and really leading the charge in the industry. So exciting.
Yeah, thanks, Courtney, and thanks, Steve. All the questions you want to know about Steve, I feel like I got the green light just to like share all. So just go ahead and drop that in the chat. But no, Steve's done an incredible job of just casting a big vision of, while the industry itself is going through some changes, LifeVantage has continued to grow and expand, and that's because of his leadership and his openness to it. But a big part of, I think, why we're different, Courtney asked me to share a little bit about what makes us so different. Aside from the fact that a lot of companies are supplementing, we're activating. I mean, you can get supplements at Target. Do they have Target in Iceland? Is that a Walmart? You can get supplements pretty much anywhere, but coming here, you activate. You have access to the best activators in the world, which is a category that not many people are even aware of. So I love the fact that you have this opportunity to be on the cutting edge and to create something big. When you couple kind of that opportunity with a compensation plan that rewards you so incredibly well, amazing things can happen. And our approach with the comp plan was really different than what I think any other company or any other person in this space might approach. But we said, listen, and in hindsight, I'm like, man, I'm scared for past us. We had some pretty tall goals that we wanted with this plan, but we wanted a plan where if somebody only wanted to be an affiliate, they only wanted to sell product, they could make really good money. Not just $500 a month, like they could support a family off of being an affiliate. The next person was this person that they might build a small team, but it's going to be someone who maybe has former industry experience, an affiliate who maybe shares with one or two friends, but they're not going to go all in network marketing. And then the third person was, what about that person that loves team building? We want to make sure that we support those people that have just this big vision and want to build a massive team. And when Iceland was presented to us, gosh, about maybe 3 months ago, I will tell you, I had the opportunity to meet Tanisha, and Courtney and I were talking, and Steve and I as well. And one of the things that was just so apparent was Tanisha was the kind of person that wanted to create something big. And the first box that we had to check was, do we have the right partner? So I can fully tell you we do have the right partners because she sees the vision as much as we do. And then shortly after that, I got the chance to meet Hera. We are so excited to be working with her and the team there. And I think there's so many things that we can do. But the trick was, how do we have a plan that everybody can be successful in? So we spent about a year and a half really coming up with this plan that would kind of check all of those boxes. We named it the Evolve Compensation Plan as a reminder that you have to always evolve in this industry in life, like evolve or die. And for us, we never want to be in a situation where we're making choices because we have to. We always want to be in a situation where we're making choices because we want to. And the compensation plan was kind of the first big change that we committed to going through. So I'm excited to say that, a year and a half later, after we've seen this kind of fully launched, we do have people on that affiliate side who are only sharing product, who are making, a six-figure income annually. I mean, they're putting in the work, they're doing all the things, but we saw that side of the plan work tremendously well. We also have people being successful in that mid-level of, I don't want to build a big team, but I might want to build a small one. We were able to recruit a lot of people on that box, but the last box and kind of that last group of people that I'm so excited to work with are those people that still love this industry. And with what we've done, we've attracted some incredible people who want to continue to partner with us on what this industry can be long term. And I know we've got that in Tanisha and Hera. But the power of timing and alignment, when you have a great product, that's awesome. But if a company isn't paying you as you sell that product, as you build with it, it doesn't work. Now, on the flip side, if you have a great compensation plan, but the product is garbage, like that's not going to work either. You have to have the alignment of the right product and the right comp plan. And I will tell you, our most recent product launch really highlighted how powerful it is when you have an incredible product, an incredible plan that are rewarding people the right way, where we saw some of our biggest growth that we've had in company history. But we are excited for the opportunity that Iceland has, and I'm excited to work with all of you. This is a group that I know is willing to be in it with us, to work to continue to build and grow this market into something amazing. And I want you to know that we are committed. We are here for the long haul to help you continue to build that business. And the reason that we're so committed is because we know you share that same vision. So excited for this launch to come, but excited for the many more things we can do in the future as well.
Thanks so much, Kristen. Such powerful words. And like just being in the space of doing something so innovative and really pushing that box. We're so excited that we have so many people here that are being a part of that. Thanks for leading from the front, Kristen and Steve. And let's see what's next here with my slides. I'm just keeping it real here. Alexis Gebhardt, we've had a chance to spend time in the corporate office with teams and attracting top leaders in the industry because of what we're doing at Activation and Evolve, like Kristen Cunningham just mentioned. So if you want to speak on what this launch means for the people that are joining this call.
Gosh, I mean, we are keeping it real on the slides, so I hope we all appreciate that we're, a few years in and we still struggle with slides. So take comfort in the fact that anybody can do this business. This is a super exciting part for us. I mean, personally, this is, I think, the first market that we've opened in my time here, and it would not have happened, just to echo exactly what Kristen and Steve had said, without that collaboration of the proper people in the field. And so we are excited to launch Iceland in September. When it comes to pre-launch, I think this is probably one of the most beautiful spaces you can be in, where you actually have this runway to be able to build before we actually open. And so being in pre-enrollment right now does mean you can actually enroll as a consultant with us. We'll make sure you have that information before the end of the call and what that process looks like. And Kristen talked a little bit about our latest product innovation with MB system that did sell out. We had our launch in the US back in October, and then in Europe back in April of this year. And I want to come back to one thing that Steve said, which is not only this wouldn't have happened without the collaboration of the leaders in the field, of those of you who are with us opening this market, but we are fully committed to opening in Iceland the proper way. And that means we're not doing NFR. All of our products are registered as we're going in there. They will ship to you from our warehouse in Europe directly to you in Iceland. And we've been been making sure to do our due diligence on our end to make sure that that process is as smooth as possible as we move forward. And so definitely a lot of excitement around this launch. It really is in your hands and what you do with this as we move forward. But having that pre-launch energy where you can actually start building out your business now ahead of September is just such a unique opportunity to be able to have as we move forward into our full launch, which it's shocking to me. Someone said to me, "Oh, it's August at the end of this week." If you haven't had that moment yet, it is August at the end of this week. So before you know it, we will be into September and launched in Iceland. We'll have a lot of exciting dates and events coming for you as we get ready to fully open the market. But again, I wanted to kind of echo what Kristen has said too. None of this would have been possible without the partnership that we've had with, obviously, with you, Courtney, and then with Tanisha and with Hera. And this is maybe a little bit different than I think how we've previously opened markets, where we have really leaned on those in markets, specifically Hera. And I know we're going to hear from Hera. I heard we're going to hear from Hera in Icelandic as well too, which I'm really excited about. But really having that expertise and having someone there who knows Iceland and the market as well as Hera does is just such a key, I think, to the success that we're already seeing and we will as we continue to open in September. So really excited for this next chapter. Again, we are fully committed, and I love that we are fully opening in Iceland. We had some probably, I think we set the bar a little high when we did some test shipments in with everyone's shipment time. So it is always good when you can over deliver in these angles. So excited to see this come to life.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And I agree. I'm so looking forward to hearing from Hera in Icelandic. And just seeing this really play out is so incredible. So I wanted to introduce you to some of the consultants that are helping to open this market, like Alexis really spotlighted with Tanisha Vahara being from the UK and like having this connection with Hera in Iceland and bringing this group together. Tanisha, if you want to go ahead and just open up with this pivot and where you found yourself in LifeVantage.
Hi, everyone. And first of all, I wanted to say a huge thank you for inviting me and giving out the whole experience so far. And I'm just simply excited what we're talking about here is Iceland. So taking back to the time I started network marketing, I had no idea what it was. I was a clean sheet of paper. You could write anything and I would learn it. And my previous company was like, something. It taught me quite a lot. I gave my soul, my heart into it, learned everything, and became one of the top leaders here in the Europe. And one fine day when I was least expecting it, it suddenly closed. And that really shocked me to the core because I never looked into that the company should be, it should be on the stock market or it should be like I had no idea about the back part. I never even questioned about who owned it and what's the future. It was just never something I thought about. So anyway, getting to that part, digging out all the offers I was getting once the company closed, I got reached out from Courtney and I don't know her, like, I don't know where the message came through. And I got on a Zoom call the next day. And when I got on a call, and a lot of people do ask me, what made you, sign up? What made you say yes? Because, of course, there was a lot of noise at that point, and we do get confused what we should do, what is good for us. And, at that point, you're so vulnerable and a bit of a PTSD as well. So it was just the people. When I got on a call, it was just how I felt being in that Zoom call, which made me say yes. And I didn't even have a single doubt about this opportunity. And it's been the best decision ever because I have never heard, and as you can hear from everyone, and Alexa said that this has never happened, that within few weeks, I think it was about 8 weeks, we are launching a country. And that too, out of a conversation I've had with Hera, who just, when I showed her the product, she was like, this is exactly what Iceland needs. So my reason to join LifeVantage was the products, the activation, the uniqueness, the science behind them, the people, and the fact that this is not the traditional MLM. This is not something which needs you to fill in those criterias and you're missing out on your commissions because you haven't done the, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about if you have been into this. So it was kind of a refreshment for me. And I was for sure, I am sure that this is the place which is going to be something, I can create a lot of big community around. So I'm so excited for the Iceland, launch. And as Steve has promised, there's going to be a lot of launches for many other countries. And we hopefully have my country, India, on the map as well soon. Just want to say, if you're watching this and you could be from anywhere, whether it's Europe or you're from anywhere in the world, it's the people what matters. And that takes your work to the next level. And for me, that has always been the case. And if obviously have that support, the one we have here from Courtney, from the corporate, it's like unreal. I cannot believe that I reach out to Alexis for the smallest things. Courtney's Adam, just a message away. And that warmth we have here, along with obviously the compensation plan, the products, and yeah, the whole package is amazing. So as you can see, I'm very excited. So I'll just finish off saying that this is something not to be missed.
I love that. I completely agree, Tanisha. It's so wild that we're now sitting here on this call, opening Iceland, where we have the same players, except for Julie. You missed out on Tanisha coming over, and now Julie came on, but this was the Zoom call, these faces of this corporate team, when you said yes to LifeVantage, with a lot of reasons to say no, with Iceland being one of the biggest groups that wasn't here. And I just love that you felt that pull. And there's so much about LifeVantage that we always say, you don't find LifeVantage, LifeVantage finds you. And it's that gut feeling that this is the right place and the right space. And the people absolutely is the differentiator in LifeVantage. And we're so thrilled that you're here. Thank you so much for sharing your story. And now, if you want to actually introduce Hera and how this came together, this community, Hera was sending me pictures of you guys from past events. And this just makes me so happy. I literally have chills sharing this because it is that community piece and bringing the dream team back together.
So how I met Hera was no less of it was magic. So I have been showing up as you would, just because that's what you do when you want to have a successful business. You show up no matter what. And Hera was looking for a mentor, for a partner, a business partner. No connection whatsoever with Hera. She's been watching me on a group, and one fine day she asks me, would you want to get me on board with you? And I would like to be a part of your team. And I was like, yes, of course. And that was the day she started, and how we connected, how many trips we've been together. I realized that she is another me. All of us are looking for another one of us. And she's another me. And we're like soul sisters. Never pushed her into anything, spoke about from my heart about LifeVantage. And I couldn't be more happier that she said yes, not from any kind of pressure, or, that's how it's always been. I just reached out, not to put her in the business, but she was just like, what are you doing? And I was like, this is what it is. And it really gives me the good vibes. I'm sure, this is something you would want to look into. And that's it. We've been to the trips together, to the events together. She has an amazing community. And Hera has got something very special about her, that if she does something, she does it with full throttle. She is so committed, and she can do multitasking like no other person. but she is so honest when it comes to social media, how she, does her business. And I think that's very unique about her. A lot of people know Hera, and I've got so many good things to say about her, but I think we should hear from her herself what she has to say.
Thank you so much, Tanisha, for these lovely words. I have to agree with everything that has been said, but first of all, I want to say thank you to all of you at LifeVantage for, betting on Iceland. Like, who would have thought that Iceland would have been, not the first one in Europe, but the first one in the Nordic countries, which is, we're usually not the first one in anything. So, because Iceland is small, but I've been, building a business here, and it's been going really well, even though it's a really small country. So I'm gonna switch over to Icelandic if it's okay with you.
Please.
Þegar að fyrirtækið okkar Tanísu lokaði, að þá skoðum við mjög mörg fyrirtæki. Ég reyna að fara eftir hjartanu, og þegar ég var á alls konar Zoom-fundum og að hitta fyrirtæki og þar sem þau voru að kynna fyrir okkur hvað þau höfðu að bjóða, að þá fann ég alltaf bara strax nei, þetta ekki fyrir mig, bara þetta ekki rétti tónninn. Þegar Tanísa sagði mér frá LifeVantage og var að því að hún átti rosalega erfitt með að velja fyrirtæki, og leið hún sagði mér frá LifeVantage, þá hugsaði ég vildi að það væri á Íslandi, ég vildi að ég hefði tækifæri, að því að bara það litla sem hún sagði mér af þeim var svo stórkostlegt, bara hvernig stjórnendurnir voru svona mikið involveraðir í bara að segja henni frá öllu, bara væpið var einhvern veginn mjög gott. Þannig að þegar hún lét mig vita að LifeVantage væri að hugsa að koma til Íslands, að þá stökk ég á fund með þeim, og það kom mér svo óvart, það sem að Tanísa var að tala áðan var að þetta var svona mikil hlýja, og þetta var eins og að tala við bara kunningja og vini, ekki eins og einhverja yfirmenn. Þannig að ég fann strax bara, og mitt svona innsæði sagði mér bara þetta rétt, og þannig að ég gat ekki annað en farið bara alla leiðin. Og það má líka segja að, eins og þær voru að segja, að þetta fann okkur á réttum tíma. Þetta var algjörlega rétti tímapunkturinn, ég var búin að vera lengi að skoða fyrirtæki, og góður hlutir gerast hægt. Nema það að þau ætla að vera rosalega snögg að opna Ísland. Ég trúði því ekki, og ég hélt að þau væri bara að tala svona NFR, þar sem að það ekki hægt að panta stóra pantanir, og þar sem svolítið verið að fara svona bak við tjöldin og ekki verið að skrá vörurnar og svoleiðis. En þau, eins og þau sögðu áðan öll, að þau fara rétta leið, þau fara alla leið inn, þau skrá vörurnar, þau gera þetta algjörlega rétt. Þannig að það sem að svona seldi mig líka var að vörurnar eru eitthvað sem að þekkist ekki annars staðar. Það ekkert á Íslandi sem jafnast við á þetta, þar sem að þau eftir að útskýra á eftir þetta activation, að vörurnar þeirra fá líkamann til þess að byrja að framleiða það sjálfur í staðinn fyrir að vera bara að bæta því við, eins og vítamín. Compensation planið mjög, mjög flott, og það sem heillar mig mjög mikið að það mjög mikið af ferðalögum. Ég elska að ferðast, og ég eiginlega bara í sjokki af því að það alltaf verið að koma með nýja ferð. Þannig að í fyrirtækinu sem ég var hér áður, þá var alltaf bara ein ferð á ári, og þú varst einhvern veginn svona allt árið að vinna þér hana inn, en þau eru með alls konar svona litlar ferðir sem að tekur stuttan tíma að vinna sér inn, sem að, já, mér finnst mjög svona heillandi, búandi á Íslandi, að fara einhver svona heitari slóðir. En það sem að var nummer 1, 2 og 3 var fólkið. Ég hef aldrei fundið svona mikinn stuðning frá fyrirtæki. Ég hélt að ég hefði það gott hjá hinu fyrirtækina, því þau tóku mér strax mjög vel og gáfu mér mikinn stuðning, en þetta á allt öðru leveli. Bara, vá, ég hef aldrei kynnst öðru eins. Þau eru svona að gera þetta með mér, eða ég að gera þetta með þeim. Þau eru að spyrja mér ráða, þau eru að leyfa mér að vera alveg inn í öllu, og þau vilja fá bara mitt input og mína hjálp. Þannig að það eitthvað sem að bara, já, ég, Vil ég setja eitthvað annað tungumál? Já, þannig að það, stuðningurinn finnst mér skipta öllu máli og bara hvernig komið fram við mann sýnd virðing, eins og maður skipti máli og já, bara eins og þið finnið hjá þeim, hvernig þau tala, það bara, þau eru frábær. Þannig að, okay, I'm finished in Icelandic, sorry.
Oh, we're also impressed with this, and you speak perfect English. We're amazed by this and even more excited. I can't wait to meet you in person and see this reunion. Thanks for sharing your heart and also betting on LifeVantage with us as well. And we're excited because Iceland has been getting activated, which is a huge movement. And like you said, it's something that you were looking for and initially knew. So, Hera, we're excited to hear more of you, more Icelandic, and meet more of your team as well. We're so amazed by everything that you're doing, being in this pre-launch and activating this movement with us. Another key player that has joined us is Julie Sullivan, and she might be a really familiar face to those of you from Modere. And I know with Tanisha and Hera, they were like, wow, she's here. She was a key part in building their business because as much as we've heard in network marketing, who the corporate team is doesn't matter. Don't worry about that. It's your business. The more that we've seen with our previous companies, it matters a lot and it's a huge piece of our business. So, Hera, thank you so much. Julie Sullivan, if you want to share with us activation and LifeVantage, and I know that you had options of choosing a lot of other places to call your home, and you joined the Activation Nation with us.
Thank you for that introduction. And if I can sort of say something, if that's all right, I did have the pleasure of working very closely with Tanisha and Hera in our previous company. And I can say, hand on heart, they are the most committed people who work with passion, conviction. They will have done their due diligence, as I have, in looking for the next move, the next step with the right company. So one other thing I love, not just about Tanisha and Hera, but everyone that I'm working with and getting to meet at the moment, is that everyone works not just for themselves, but they work to help others succeed. Now, that is something extremely special, and it doesn't happen that often. And to get that from the top down, from Steve, everyone there, everyone here on this call, all the way through, everyone has that impulse. And that's really what activation is, when everyone comes together and makes momentum and makes activation work. So as I said, doing due diligence, as Tanisha, Hera, and many on their team, we were, approached by many other companies. But this company had the X factor. I know it sounds weird saying the X factor. By the X factor, I mean a vibe. When I first spoke to Tanisha, and Tanisha was talking about this amazing company, I thought I've got to take a look at that and meet these amazing people that Tanisha was speaking about. And I came off a couple of calls, looked online, and actually got it. I know what you mean by the vibe. It's here in abundance. And it's not just a company, it's all the people within that company as well, and that are helping drive it forward. To me, that is the most attractive thing. You have to have, as Steve said earlier, great products. As Kristen said, a great plan, which I believe this is the most inclusive compensation plan that I've ever worked with. And I've been in this industry coming up to 3 decades. And this is the company that I feel most aligned with and most connected to. And, we are doing this launch. It is the first of many, but I would say you've got to ask yourself, what aligns with you? What would attract you? And I think those are the things, having a company with value, having a company with great products that has that differentiation from any other company, that is inclusive, that is, backed by science as well, that has great leadership and a great corporate team that are truly invested in you and your success. And as we said, it isn't just a launch, it is personal because it is about people at the end of the day. And, it's not about the hype, it is about that alignment, the timing, and the vision, not just the vision for the here and now, but the vision for the future and what's to come. And yeah, we're entering a new market, but we're not just entering that market. You've heard a lot about activation, and we're igniting that activation. And I can't think of anyone better to do that than the people you can see on this call and some of the people that are yet to join this call as well. So we are excited for you. You've heard that word a lot as well, and I'm sure you're going to hear that more and more. I can't think of a better word to explain it. That's the first thing that comes to mind. That's the thing that we talk about all the time because you can feel the energy. Sorry, I'm very expressive with my hands and my body language, but that's from the heart. That's what we feel. It's energy, it's vibe, it's happening. And if you were looking for all those things we listed, you're in the right place because timing is crucial as well, at the right time with the right people and the right company. So if you're not excited, we want you to go away and get excited because, we're here with you every step of the way. We're fully invested, time, energy, commitment. And yeah, we're excited. I'm saying that word again, to be here with you and launching something spectacular, but it's just the start.
I couldn't agree more, Julie. It's one of the things that we love about you is your energy and your vibe. When I saw this picture with the lightning, I was like, this is Julie completely. We're always doing lots of hearts with each other. And after we talk, we have that LFG vibe. Like, let's go. So if you're not feeling that yet by this call, like Julie said, then go get excited and come back around because we are so pumped about what we're doing right now. And we're going to show you now a little bit of the products as soon as I can change the next slide. Here we are, activation versus supplementation. Alexis Gebhardt is going to just give us a quick overview in the differentiators.
Gosh, I get so many good sayings from Julie when we're on calls, and I'm going to add that you can leave and go get excited and come back to our speeches. So, activation over supplementation. And you heard, I think almost everyone say activation. And if you're new to us, you're probably like, what the heck is activation? And just like Kristen had said earlier, there are a lot of places that sell supplements, right? Where you're adding stuff into your body or supplementing your body. Our entire focus as a company in our product story really has to do with activating your own body's response to said product. So for example, with our mind body system, our MB system, which is our most recent innovation that Kristen was talking about, our entire focus of that product is to activate the GLP-1 hormone in your body. And so each of our products has this beautiful activation story. I know Tanisha was talking about collagen as well too, right? When we talk about collagen, our whole collagen is really designed to activate your body's ability to produce its own collagen, which does decline as you age. And so we are in a pre-launch state. We're launching with our 4 kind of key hero products, if you want to call them that. Our MB system, which we spoke about already, our liquid collagen, which is a marine collagen, and then our Pro Plus, which really has to do everything about probiotics and gut health. And then also our hero flagship product that really put us on the map as we opened, which is our Pro Tandem Nerve 2. And so we would encourage you, if you haven't already, to reach out to the person who has sent you to this call, really research those products and find out more. We have a great video that will remind you of how much technology has evolved about Nerve 2 Pro Tandem that probably someone has already shared with you on this call. But that is really the difference when it comes to us. And I think Kristen said this earlier too. We often get asked, like, who are your biggest competitors? And I struggle to find another company that is doing what we are doing in the activation space right now with our products. And so, really, it's kind of that all-encompassing opportunity. Like Julie said, if you're not excited, leave, go get excited, and come back. But this really is just showing you in Iceland, we will be launching with these four key products, as I said, with the rest of our product catalog to follow in the coming months afterwards. So.
Amazing. Here's some of the results just to show you the demonstrability of what activation does and how much your body actually can perform with these products in giving you amazing results like that. So, with timing being everything, our Iceland Marketing Open, and Tanisha and I will be on an Alaskan cruise in a couple weeks with one of the fun rewards. And there's just a lot of things happening right now. And so, with this call, what we hope that you're seeing is that you're hearing about this first. There's no saturation, obviously, in Iceland, but LifeVantage as a whole has so much room to grow with the right people, the right time, the right team. And so, if you're ready to get activated with us in Iceland, come be a part of this. Refer back to whoever invited you to this call, and we welcome you to be a part of this amazing activation nation with us. Thank you so much for joining, everyone. Host, corporate team, we're so excited about this support, and we will be launching Iceland in September. Thank you so much, everyone.